those are also the same countries that give their citizens free healthcare.
Free healthcare.
Ours, everything's tied to each other.
Everything's tied to each other.
Big food feeds the pharmaceutical industry.
So true.
So why would they fuck up two of the biggest industries in the United States that have so much money just deeply entrenched in these politicians, whether it's lobbies?
And here's my it may not happen in my lifetime, but United States collapsed one day because of greed.
For sure. Yeah, I feel like capitalism is cool, but there has to be a cap to capitalism.
There got to be a cap, man, because if not, we're going to destroy ourselves.
Because if the capitalism at its extreme example is I'll say I was watching Joe Rogan and Elon Musk said some scary shit.
Okay.
He said, empathy is the weakness of Western civilization.
You understand what the fuck I'm talking about.
And that shows you who the fuck is firing all these people. He thinks empathy is a weakness.
He does.
And capitalism in its ugliest form is zero empathy.
Yes.
How do we, a lot of these companies, if they could legally get away with it, they would have child labor in the United States.
Yes, they sure will. And you see what they just did in Florida? They got rid of
14,
now you can work 14 hours, no lunch break or no dinner or something.
And I think you could be a kid and be 14.
You could be 14, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like that is capitalism.
That's
its ugliest.
And they not paying attention.
Well, because they have to, if they're going to do this mass deportation.
Yes.
They have to replace labor.
They have to replace labor.
They have to.
They have
so
to.
Is it with kids? So that's where it's like, yo, capitalism. I mean, look, I'm a hustler. I'm a capitalist. Like,
yes.
I create businesses, but I feel like you have to have some sort of like, there has to be a limit. Like, I feel like
I agree with you 1,000%.
I feel like even on your, like, there should only be so much money that you should have.
I respect that. And that's what I was saying earlier. What you got to this point, keep it. We good.
Right.
You got it. You won.
Yeah, I don't know if
that
number's $10 billion. I don't know if that number is, maybe if you make over $10 billion a year, that money goes to like infrastructure. It goes to this big pool. I don't know what it is. But why would someone need more than $10 billion?
I totally agree. And what I do understand, and I hope people understand what I'm about to say, the dream is to become rich.
For sure.
But when you get rich, you won, right? So now you got to pay your taxes.
Yeah.
Because you won. You hit the jackpot, right? You won. So now because you won, you want to take care of people. You want to get people. You want that next person to get to where you are.
Right.
And that's how I see life.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, the number one reason people go bankrupt in America is because of health bills.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like...
That's why you got to have the proper insurance.
But I feel like just that whole entire, I mean, the insurance industry.
Game. It's a hustle.
Is capitalism rigged?
Oh, my God.
In its ugliest form.
It's rigged. Especially depending on your injury or ailment.
For sure.
Because you could break your arm. They may not want to, they might pay a little bit. Like, you go to that's why we talk, every time I come here, I talk about health.
Yeah.
And give you examples. My friend, his name is Richard Durden. His mother goes to the doctor 5 years ago. Goes in the doctor, and she doesn't come out the same way. They fucked her up. Let's take Joan Rivers, comedian. Went in for throat surgery as an outpatient procedure. Never walked back out again.
Crazy.
This is...
Kanye's mom.
Kanye's mom. There's so many people who go to that doctor's office and fuck with people who are incompetent or you had an underlying illness that you wasn't aware about. We got our women, black, white, Spanish, going to get these surgeries. Yeah, some people do get away with it, but some people die. And you didn't have to die because you thought you was going to better your look.
Right.
And that's why, but when we tell our sisters, black, white, Chinese, whatever, they look at us like we crazy because we just a man who cares. When we try to give leadership, and our women don't understand what being a leader is about. Oh, you don't tell me what to do. I'm not going to listen to you. It's not about that. Like I said, I'm 30-something years older than you guys. this shit almost over. You ain't gonna find too many motherfuckers like me no more.
Right.
So the world's gonna go in chaos.
Yeah, we have an entire generation of beta males that are coming out of the...
Man, this some weak shit, yo.
It's funny.
And they look at me, they think I'm weak. The motherfuckers are calling me a simp and whatever, and I don't trip about it. I'm cold with it. But I laugh at them. I go, wow, what is out here for my daughters and other women in this world, because the men are not the way I think they should be. It's not about making money and taking care of a woman. It's not about meeting a woman and raising another man's children, right? I'm just talking about the deep down in your fucking gut, you 10 toes down about being a man. You move like a man. You got to know how to be quiet like a man. Men pillow talk more than women.
Oh, it's crazy.
Pillow talk. Niggas would never do no shit like that.
Right.
And this is what, like, all the rules is gone. Men who kill babies in a car and the person and not understanding the rules.
That just happened to that rapper in Houston.
Yes. I'm not down for anybody getting killed.
No.
What I'm saying is, yo, there's rules to this shit. Nobody has rules no
The internet
more.
has desensitized an entire generation of people to violence. I mean, dude, it's crazy.
It's insane. I see people on the podcast, street hustlers, telling their business, getting locked up.
Snitching.
And I would
Self-snitching.
and not understanding it.
Because
it's
that
making me
little bit of
crazy.
clout, that little bit of online following, that little bit of pop, that little bit of hit of dopamine you get, becoming a personality.
Yes.
It's enough for you to risk your life.
You
your
got
freedom.
to know who you are. If you're a street hustler,
Right.
you stay out the way.
Right.
No one should know who you are.
You should not try to make a living on camera discussing street politics.
I don't get it. And when I see it, I go, wow, man.
Yeah, and then if you're an artist, like, at what point in time do you realize they're listening and they want to put you in prison?
It's too many examples. If you're getting locked up today, you had millions of examples prior to you getting locked up of what not to say and what not to do. Let me give the young rapper some game. The goal to get successful is to get money and leave.
Not to go and hang out.
Not to hang out, not to start a war, not to become a gang member.
Right.
The goal is to live a dream that you could not fathom. That's the goal. When I'm walking the streets of South of France, yo, this shit is amazing. I want people to understand what I'm talking about.
Right.
I want you to, if you're in trouble, get out that trouble. Fight to get free. Travel. When I'm walking the
Open your
streets-
perspective.
Yeah. Open your perspective, learn another language, because it's just not about America.
Or your hood.
Or your hood.
Or your block. Yeah.
People say, don't forget where you come from. I'm like, do you know where I've been? I'm trying to forget where the fuck I was.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, listen, you only get one shot at this game. One. And I seen a lot of people, even my mother, on her deathbed. And my mother actually said this to me. She said, I wished I would have listened to my mother. That's what she said.
What did her mom tell her?
So, because your mom's telling you how you should live your life, how you should do certain things and explore.
Almost like, damn, mom was right.
Mom was right, but now it's too late.